Hey guys, so today I am bringing you a video from my bedroom floor in my uni flat, and the reason why this video is happening here is because I was originally going to film this video in the kitchen, but my flatmates are out right now and I have no idea when they're going to return, and I kind of need to say everything that I want to say without being interrupted because I have a lot to say. Or I have a lot to say. So yeah, if you haven't guessed already by the title of this video, we are going to be talking about Pretty Little Liars. Literally, I made a video talking about the show about 2 weeks ago, saying how nothing was really happening and they need to step up their pace because we only had 8 episodes left. Well, now we only have 6 episodes left, and I don't even know where to even begin in this one episode of Pretty Little Liars. Like, what the hell? Okay, let's start with something that was so, like, right. This is something that I saw on Tumblr, like, ages ago, and whenever I read it, I was like, okay, there's no way that they're going to do that, and then they just turned around and they did it. So yeah. You guys remember, like, at the start of the 5-year jump when we saw Emily injecting herself with really sharp needles, and we kind of thought that she was on drugs or had cancer or something, but it turns out that she was, like, donating her eggs. And then, AD stole them, and it was like, what is AD gonna do with Emily's eggs? It was kind of random at the time and it made no sense. Well, now it does, because Allison discovers she's pregnant, and at the time on Tumblr I saw lots of people being like, LOL, what if A impregnated Allie with Emily's eggs? And I was like, that is the most stupid thing I've ever heard. That is the most ridiculous thing. There's no way that AG would do that. Well, guess what? They did that, and I don't even know, guys. I don't even know where to go with that. I mean, I found out that it happened. You saw Allison, she was like so freaked out. It was a whole thing, and I just kind of sat there being like, I read about that on Tumblr and I didn't think they would actually do it, but then they did. So there's that. Obviously, you guys know in this episode Allison was going to terminate the pregnancy, but now that she's found out that it's not even her child, it's actually Emily's, she's like, okay, maybe I don't, maybe I don't terminate this pregnancy. This isn't exactly my choice now, is it? It's Emily's child, except, it's a crazy situation, guys. It's a crazy situation. And from watching that one episode of Friends, whenever Phoebe had IVF treatment for her brother and his wife at the time, there's a really slim chance that IVF is gonna take, and like that it is actually Emily's child. I don't know, like, there are so many complications with that, and it's the fact that it actually happened. Like, I don't know, guys. Like I said, from watching that one episode of Friends, there was like a very slight chance that this was going to happen. Obviously, medicine has advanced a long time since Friends, but that's all I remember about that. That, and also the fact that, like, even if Emily's egg had taken, there's still a chance that Allison could have got pregnant from Archer Dunhill if they weren't being safe or whatever, like, because it can happen, like, there are so many things with this that I just don't understand, and I think it's kind of crazy, and I don't even know what I said made sense. But here's my thing, guys. I just can't believe that this is actually happening and this is a thing that the show is doing. But at the same time, it's like, can we really be surprised at this point that this is what the show is doing, that this is where the show is going? Because it's Pretty Little Liars and they can do whatever they want. So yeah, that's one of the things that I was like, I can't believe that this is actually happening. Second thing that is going on is that Aria wants to quit the game, and she means she's so done with it, and she's getting FaceTimes from AD, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, before I go any further, I just want to apologize that there might be a lot of jump cuts in this video, and that's because I'm currently sick. This is not the prime time to be filming a video, but I felt like I need to get my thoughts out about Pretty Little Liars, so just a forewarning, there might be a lot of really bad editing in this video because I'm sick, because I have to cough, and I don't want you guys to see that, but other than that, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna rally because I have a lot to say. Arya, right. Guys, there have been a lot of inconsistencies in the characterization of Arya lately. I feel like she's just being so weird. Like, for example, in the last episode, she suddenly learnt how to hack, like, super quick. Literally, in a couple of hours, she just learned all this tech stuff, and it's like, girl, you held your phone upside down in one episode when you were talking on it. Like, how in the world did you learn how to do all this computer stuff that quickly? Now, as someone who actually, studies computing and stuff like that, I know that you don't just learn how to code overnight. You don't just learn these things overnight. And also, it's never as easy as it looks on the TV, because it's just not. Like, you can't just type on a computer and it suddenly does everything that you want it to. So there's that. So that was really out of character for Arya. A second thing that's out of character for Arya is the fact that she got really vicious towards Sydney, like pinning her up against a wall. I was like, where the hell did that come from? So obviously Arya's been acting a little bit weird lately, and I don't think that this is typically how Arya would act. Secondly, she's dealing with that whole thing with Ezra and Nicole, which she really shouldn't, by the way. I really feel like she needs to just break up with Ezra, because it's too much. And honestly, while we're going into that, I just need to talk about this, okay? Pretty Little Liars in the last episode killed off the wrong person. Can you believe that they did that to Toby? I mean, R.I.P. Yvonne. She did not deserve to die. Literally, whenever I was watching the episode and I saw them get married, I knew right away that she was going to be the one to die, and I was like, this is not happening, because if this is how Spencer and Toby ultimately end up together, I'm not about that. I'm not about that, guys. Like, you can't do this to me. I refuse to accept it. Why are you doing this to us? So yeah, I mean, I wanted Toby to be happy with Yvonne. If she was going to survive the coma, then I wanted them to be happy. I wanted Spencer to find someone else, and things would be okay. But if they somehow managed to get Spencer and Toby back together, I'm not going to be happy about it because they killed off Yvonne to do it. Like, no, not cool. Plus, Toby's like literally a widower now because they did that, and like it doesn't make sense for it to happen. So I don't want Toby and Spencer to get together. Not like this. So yeah, anyway. Really what I'm saying is, instead of killing Yvonne, they should have killed off Nicole, like way back when we thought she was dead. Bringing her back just adds unnecessary drama to the situation. And makes Ezra a shitty fiance. But yeah, so Arya's going through a lot. I feel like nothing she's doing right now is in character, and it's really bothering me, but at this point, who knows what the show's actually doing. I know a lot of people have been down the route that they think that Arya is AD, but honestly, I don't know. A lot of people say it's because she has split personality disorder, and from the last few episodes, I mean, I'm pretty sure she does, and if she does, okay, or the show's just really bad at writing characters now, even though they've been writing for these girls for like 7 years now, so you think they got a grip on whose character is who. But yeah, like, I don't really know with Arya. She's kind of annoying me, actually, to be honest. Like, I know she wants to leave the game. We saw her get into a car, and we thought she was coming face to face with AD, but it was Sydney. Honestly, when she got into the car and I saw it was Sydney, I was like, this can't be the reveal of AD. This is shit. Like, what the hell? But that's not AD. Whoever was driving them was AD, or AD was like in the front with someone else. Probably like Sarah Harvey and Noel Khan, because they're alive. Oh, guys, I just remember whenever we saw like Charlotte and Sarah in the car together, like Redcoat and A together, and we were like, what the hell is happening? That's kind of why that's kind of why Sarah came into my head. That's kind of why Noel came into my head. I am very aware that those two are very much dead. I mean, we saw them. Literally, Noel got decapitated, so like, there's no way he's coming back. But yeah, AD was in the car. Then they like drove Arya out to the middle of nowhere and then left her, and then she came back, and then she was acting really weird. Like, when she came back into that room and she was talking to your friends, it was so obvious that there was something going on with her. Like, how they weren't picking up on it sooner, it was just kind of like, guys, something's going on with Arya. And then she gets a text from AD because she hasn't decided yet, and it's like, well, what's she gonna decide? Because I saw on Facebook this post that said that this was actually going to happen, that AD was going to offer a chance to join the winning team for one of the girls, and they were going to take it and all this stuff. But I didn't think it was real. I just thought it was like another fan theory thing. I mean, who's to know what's real and what's a fan theory at this point? Like, really. But yeah, what's Arya gonna do? Is she gonna go to the dark side? Because, I mean, I don't know. A lot of people also still believe the twin theory thing, like one of them has a twin and that's A, which is very much possible. It could happen. I mean, in the books, A is Allison's twin, which is kind of crazy. No, in the books, Allison is A, and her twin was pretending to be Allison. It's a whole thing, but like, yeah, that could totally happen in the show. It could just be one of the other girls and not Allison. Who knows? When Arya comes back and all the girls are standing around the board and it's like deciding a person's turn and it's clearly not Arya's turn, they're like, what the hell is this? It picks Hannah again for her turn, and it's like, maybe it's because she missed your turn, even though it's like, no, because AD's already ruined my life, so what the hell? I've kind of lost my train of thought here, guys. I think I just went on a tangent, and nothing made sense. So let's get back to something that does make sense. Okay, let's talk about something that was like the most super disappointing reveal of all time. Finding out that Mary killed Jessica. Okay, guys. I probably saw this coming from the start of the episode. I did not want Mary to be the one to have killed Jessica. That does not seem surprising. I feel like for some reason that's already been revealed to us in the show. It kind of makes sense that Mary would kill Jessica after all the stuff that she's done to her. Like, it just, I don't know. That wasn't shocking enough, and I needed it to be more shocking. I think one of the most surprising things in this episode was that Ted dated Mary. And I also don't really remember what happened with Ted and Hannah's mom. Oh, actually, yeah, like, he asked her to marry him, and she slept with Jason De Laurentiis. That happened. But other than that, like, I don't remember what happened with Hannah's mom and that guy. Did they get married? Did they stay together? I mean, clearly they didn't, but like, I don't know what happened with them. All I know is that Ted used to date Mary, and then he told Hannah, and it was like, that's kind of weird. Oh, that's another thing. Whenever Ted revealed that Charles was his son and he was a camp counselor and Charles used to go there and his only friend was Lucas, suddenly things were making sense. I mean, we all kind of suspected that Lucas was always part of the A-team. Lucas was always in on something because he always seemed really suspicious. And then whenever he came back after the 5-year jump and he was talking to Hannah, he looked really sketchy to me. Something was off about him. He just didn't look right. I kind of thought he was on drugs because that's just how he kind of looked. But yeah, like, he always seemed suspicious, and since he was Charles's only friend in camp, it only makes sense that Lucas was helping him this whole time. Hence the fact that, you know, Charles is so tech savvy. Obviously, Lucas helped him with that. And yeah, it just kind of makes sense. Lucas is on the A-team. Is any of us really surprised? No. So yeah, obviously Lucas is shitty AF and we can't trust him. And this is kind of when Hannah realizes she couldn't trust him either, because she's like, wait, Lucas was friends with Charles? I also had an issue with the way that Hannah pronounced Lucas's last name, because I thought we covered this like way earlier in the show that Lucas's name was Goatsman, but she was like Lucas Goddessman, and I was like, alright then. I was just kind of like, I guess I never really thought of Lucas's last name until she said it that way, and I was like, that's so not how you say it. Unless it's how we've actually supposed to be saying it, and they just said it wrong earlier in the seasons. I don't know. but I just thought it was a really weird way to say his last name, and I was like, if you're his friend, you would know how to say his name, right? I don't know. Random thought. All of these are random thoughts. I don't really know if they're making sense. I needed to get my thoughts out about this episode in some sort of way. So, to conclude this video, these are the points you're going to take away from this video if you manage to listen to it and watch it this long. If anything, I'm going to blame my illness for why I'm kind of all over the place today. But yeah, the main points are, 1, I cannot believe that they actually impregnated Ali using Emily's eggs. That's just the most ridiculous thing, but at this point, who even knows what Pretty Little Liars is doing anymore? So there's that. The second thing is, Arya's completely acting out of character. Does she have a split personality / is she going to join the A-team? And also, does this mean she's not AD if she's like just about to join that side of things? Who knows? Number 3, can you believe that Mary killed Jessica? Because I feel like that was a really obvious thing that we knew already. Number 4, Lucas is part of the A-team because he was Charles's only friend at camp. And also, can you believe that Ted was actually Charles's father this whole time? Again, I feel like someone posted on Tumblr about Ted somehow being a part of all of it. I don't remember exactly what they said, but they said he was like someone's real father. I think it was Bethany. I feel like Bethany is still confusing to me because no one's like... The Bethany thing to me has always been kind of confusing. I never really thought that they cleared that up enough for us. So I don't really know what to weigh in on that. But yeah, definitely they said something about Bethany being Ted's child or something on Tumblr. So there was someone out there who kind of already had this idea that Ted was part of it. Oh, one other thing that I never talked about in this episode. Peter knew about Charles way back when. So... you know, Peter Hastings, that guy who messes everything up. I mean, when he was telling Spencer that he didn't want Mary to come back because she's fucked things up so much already, I was like, you are the one that's fucked everything up. Like, if Peter had just kept it in his pants, half of this shit wouldn't even be happening right now. Like, really. So yeah. That's also a thing. Peter Hastings knows way too much. And I honestly wouldn't be surprised if he's also part of this in some way, which is kind of crazy to think about because Spencer's his daughter and he's doing all this stuff to her. But maybe he actually does it because he doesn't like Spencer as much as he says he does, because, you know, obviously he's like regretting it and he's done a lot of stupid stuff in the past. So why wouldn't Peter Hastings be part of this, really? But yeah. Anyway, I think that's everything I want to say. I'm going to go, because if not, I'm going to keep rambling about things that probably don't make sense. Remember the points that I talked about, guys. Those were the main things to take away from this episode. Obviously, if you watch the episode, then you don't need me to tell you, but I needed to talk about it, needed to get my feelings out about it, because we only have 6 episodes left, and, you know, this is probably the most exciting episode we've had so far. Even though it wasn't that exciting, even though nothing was really that shocking, because, you know, people already guessed this stuff on Tumblr, like it's not really much of a shock, but still, it was a step in the right direction for Pretty Little Liars, so I'm kind of interested to see where the rest of the episodes go. And yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna just get my thoughts together, maybe make a blog post, revise because I have exams. Just thought I'd take some time off to tell you guys how I feel about PLL. And yeah, like I said, I guess that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. And let me know in the comments below what you guys are thinking about this episode of PLL, or what you guys have been thinking about the season so far. If you guys have any predictions for the finale, who knows. At this point, I think I'm just watching to see what happens. I'm not trying to get my hopes up. I'm not trying to come up with theories anymore. It's kind of just gotten to the point where I'm just watching to see what happens next, because who can honestly predict what's going on in the show anymore. But yeah. Anyway, like I said, I'm gonna go again. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.